Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gator Light, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gator Light hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach. A trip to the state fair. And a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you are the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Coach Unplugged is brought to you by great people over at teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. Here is your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged, episode 530. Today, we're going to talk about, we're going to have a little sneak in to our office hours where we talk about youth teams and becoming a better basketball coach. You too can join office hours and one-on-one calls and do all those things if you go over and join teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. 14-day free trial. That's how much I believe in it. You know, it's a community of coaches that are experiencing the same thing that you are. So go over and check it out. And also go over and check out Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market. Mention Coach Unplugged, and they'll give you $350 off your purchase. And they have great trade-ins too. So go over and check them out at Dr. Dish, and let's head off to the podcast.
This is like we've had like 3 days worth of practice on the junior high level, 7th and 8th grade.
Okay.
And the one problem is that, so I used to be the head coach a couple of years ago, and then I went back to grad school.
Okay.
And his father is taking up the reins.
Okay.
And I actually wasn't going to be thinking about basketball the last 2 years. You know, I was focused on being in school and everything like that.
Right.
And then my second year of grad school, he came up. I ran into him at the store. He's like, "Hey, you know, I could really use your help and everything like that. I don't really know what I'm doing."
Okay.
And so I've been trying to help him out. The only problem is that I'm more of the brains of the operation.
Right.
And I still have, you know, my own life, and like I have grad school and everything.
You got work. You got work to get done. I hear you. Yeah.
And what I'm finding is that, you know, I'm the one creating the practice plans mostly, and I'm sending them to them, and they're like, they're as detailed as you can get. I mean, I'm trying to, because I'm going back to school to be a teacher, so you know.
How many days a week do you do it? And it's 7th and 8th grade.
We try to do it Monday through Friday.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, just because like the kids that we have, they don't have the proper fundamentals or anything like that by the time they get to us. Just because there's so many people like trying to just win and not teach them anything, so their foundation's pretty poor.
Right.
So we have to basically just reteach them everything, and we're probably playing at a 4th grade level, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I know that sounds a little harsh, but
No. So the practice plan should be pretty basic then.
Yeah, we try to be pretty basic. We do something called the daily 15 every day. So I break it up into stations, and we do zigzag cones at one just to get some ball handling, and then we do defensive slides at one end.
Yep.
Do speed ladders because some of the kids don't have great footwork.
Yep.
So we do that whole thing. The problem we're running into though is that it's not, because I'm not there. I can't be there all the time, Monday through Friday.
Right.
And so when I give him a practice plan, he's like, I'm confused by this. Can you? And he like never wants to really meet, and so I can walk him through stuff. So
Right.
he's just seeing stuff for the first time. So
It's hard. So
yeah.
here's what we gotta come up with is some stuff that he can do.
Hmm.
That especially if they're basic, I would do a lot of ball handling stuff, I think.
Yeah.
So if they're basic, you can do. I love the cone stuff. I love the 2-ball dribbling stuff.
Yeah.
I love making it a lot of games. They can do all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
That's the kind of stuff that I think you got to do when you're not there, and then you can do more skill-based stuff when you're there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because like I'm the one that's installing like the offense because we're
so I
running.
wouldn't even do that when you're not there. What I would do is
Mhm.
even if they're playing 1-on-1, 2-on-2, if they're
Mhm.
basic kids, that's good.
Yeah.
Because they're all passing, they're all shooting, they're all dribbling.
Right. Yeah.
So I would tell him come up today. We're gonna do a 3-on-3 tournament or a 2-on-2 tournament. Just let the kids play. They will
Okay.
love it. They'll get as much out of it because they can't. If you're playing 5-on-5,
Mhm.
they're not. That's more
Yeah.
for you. That's more like moving pieces and stuff. It's more like a chess match.
Mhm.
Where when you're not there, it's like let's get them playing, get them
Mhm.
dribbling, get them shooting. You
Yeah.
could do all sorts of shooting things where they're playing horse, they're working on their layups. Let's see,
Mhm.
break them up into groups. How many can you make in a row?
Right.
All of those things is what you should do when you're not there. And then when you come, then you be the coach,
Mhm.
and work on offensive stuff, help
Yeah.
side defense, how to slide.
Yeah,
Even if
that's
you're
what I've been. Yeah, this whole week, that's what I've been trying to do is just like show him everything that we do and be consistent with it. And
right.
then I'm hoping that he like I'm telling the kids at the same time, like, guys, remember these drills because I'm not always going to be here,
Yep.
and we need to get through. Not to sound like a jerk to him and
No. I've been there. I've been with dads that like are great guys, but they just don't know anything about basketball. It's like it'd be like me coaching swimming. I don't know. It's
yeah,
like swim up and I don't know. Or
yeah,
curling. I don't. I
yeah.
could do it. I could be a placeholder, but I don't know it.
Hmm.
So what you got to do is like you almost got to spend like okay, I'm going to spend Sunday afternoon, and I'm just going to come up with here are your 25 things to do. Pick 10 of them.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
when I'm not there, just pick 10 of them and let's, just do these. And it's going to take you some time to do that. But that's what I used to
Hmm.
do because I
Oh,
used to
really?
coach my kids. I used to coach my son's middle school team and coaching my varsity team at the same time. And there was times I couldn't make it.
Right.
So I would give the dad that was helping, here you go, pick some of these. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. That's what you got to do. And then he'll feel better because he'll have a recipe of, well, they like
Yeah.
this, they like this, they like this.
Hmm.
You just got to let it go at that point. It's like, all right, at least
Right.
they're doing something.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I'm just putting so much pressure on these like 2 weeks that leading up to our first game because I'm
yeah,
like, man, I gotta install the offense because we're running like Princeton style offense because that's what the high school runs and
nah,
it's
I
like
wouldn't worry about that. It's gonna look ugly. Trust
okay.
me. I mean,
So I'm
I'm just
like,
telling
man,
you right now.
we gotta teach
I mean,
helpline and stuff and
it's gonna
shell
look
and
ugly. It's gonna look ugly, especially the team you describe is gonna look like ugly. First of all, and I'm telling you, it's the same feeling I have after 30 years. It's like
okay.
I got all these great things for the next 3 weeks, and then that
Yeah.
first day of it's like, oh crap, we can't do. I mean, it's just what it is. It's like
Yeah.
so. The best thing is you just have something basic in, and then when you get to that point,
Hmm.
you're gonna go, oh crud, we got to go back to the drawing board, and here's what we need to do, and da da da.
Yeah.
That's the fun part, I think, of teaching and coaching because it's like it's Madeline Hunter. I don't know if you've heard of Madeline Hunter, but
Mhm.
it's basically monitor and adjust. That's old school
Okay.
teaching, but that's what coaching is. You monitor and you adjust. It's Madeline
Right.
Hunter. So
Alrighty.
from the edgy days of my grad school kind of thing, long time ago.
So like another question I have is so I've been with this school I've been associated with this school for the last 4 or 5 years now,
Okay.
and it's really hard to get um because I've been trying to do all these types of like all these free things like open gyms, camps, um, skills and drill sessions, and it's just hard to get kids in.
Yep. So free is bad. I'm just telling you, free is bad.
Free is bad.
Free is bad.
Oh, see, I was thinking I was like,
nope.
free
so
is good.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So it's like business 101. If you give it to them away free, they won't necessarily. There's no skin in the game.
Okay,
so mom will
show. Write down free equals bad.
It's counterintuitive. I did the exact same thing, and then my brother, who's got a Harvard MBA, goes, "What are you doing? Free is bad." He goes, because they have no skin in the game. It's a Wednesday night, and they haven't paid anything. They're just not going to show up. He says it doesn't matter what you charge them, $10, $15, doesn't matter. Charge them something. Because then they got skin in the game, and then they'll want to, then it means, then when they skip the swim lesson or skip the thing, it's like, oh crud, that's, I just spent $20 for Jimmy to do this.
Right.
I better throw him in the car.
Right.
And I throw him
in the
car.
My whole mentality was like, I don't want these people thinking that like I'm just trying to take money from them.
No, and the thing is, if you're worried about that, then say the $20, make it out to the booster club, whatever. If that's what you're worried about, just do that. They have to, they have to have skin in the game, or because we've all been there as a parent. It's like, it's a Wednesday night, it's January, it's snowing out, and it's 7:00. If I don't have skin in the game, the kid ain't leaving the house.
Yeah. Well, because like my whole thinking of it was because like this is a town of like 3,000 people.
Right.
Like it's like the economy's hit so hard there, and I'm like these people are going through hard times and stuff.
Even $5 doesn't matter. $5, $10, something.
Okay.
Try, and then say it's going to go toward basketballs for the high school or something. That's you can put right on the thing. All money is donated to the high school basketball booster club or whatever.
Oh, the high
it
school
doesn't matter where that money goes.
Right.
I didn't take any of it when I did it, but it's more that they like, because my numbers almost doubled when I did that.
Oh, okay.
Counterintuitive because, when we used to do a Saturday morning program, it was like my varsity guys would come in and help.
Right.
All right, it's $60 for 8 sessions or whatever, and it's going to go to this, and I'd buy the boys pizza, whatever.
Cool.
There's things a way to get around that, but
because I was like, because it was actually funny because the dad and I, that the head coach and who's the dad that I'm helping, we would the first day we get like 11 kids, like, oh great, 11 kids, and then the next week we'd have it on a Wednesday, and then nobody shows up besides like 3 of my alumni that I've coached.
Right.
I coached in middle school, and they're like, "This is it." I'm like, "Yep." Sorry, guys.
Right.
And we're like sitting here. We made it free. We made it accessible. What were we doing wrong?
Yeah. It works counterintuitive too, because you're trying. That's the problem. Yeah, you're thinking with your heart rather than how they're thinking. It's true. I get it.
That's probably where most of the problem is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you like had a similar situation when you first took the job at Memorial. There was no culture or anything.
Sure.
This would be like the equivalent, because nobody believes in like this school. Like it's a great school too. Like it's a great elementary school / junior high. It's got a high school gym.
Right.
Regionals all the time. High school regionals, all like the high school basketball regionals.
Right.
Or sectionals even, really. And it's a really nice gym. And like the town just has like this really defeatist mentality where it's like, oh, my kid goes to this school, he won't be able to play at the high school because they discriminate against us because we're from this town. And I'm trying to tell people, like, that's not the case. The case is that your kid's just not working hard enough, and you're not good enough.
So my rationale to them at that point is like, coaches got egos too. Like,
right? Yeah.
I was just watching Wesley and the Bucks thing, and it's like,
yeah,
if you're good enough, I'm playing you. I don't care. My biggest mistake is not moving him up as a freshman.
Okay.
I left him down because I wanted him to be with that group. But holy crap, if you're good, that was my learning curve, was the NBA guy. It's like, why didn't I move? If you're good enough, the coach will play you, because they want to win too.
And the thing is, like, I have a great relationship with the varsity coach in town. He doesn't get a whole lot of kids that feed from our program that feed into his program. And I've been trying to just bridge that connection.
Yep. So what does he do? He runs Princeton?
Yeah, he runs Princeton Chin.
Okay.
He runs Princeton Chin, and that's why I've been trying to meet with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, do you have any hand? And I went to an open gym of his, and he like had his whiteboard out. He's like, what are your questions? I'm like, all of them.
Right.
Like,
Okay. So that's good. So describe his player, like his ideal player
um,
that plays for him. You've watched his games, right?
he's got his kids make really smart plays.
Okay.
He rides on this one kid. He's had him since he's a freshman. He's athletic. He's like LeBron-esque. He's like one of those just really strong kids.
Are they shooters? Are they pressure? Are they like grinders? Are they what? Describe
I would say
his.
I would probably say they're just intelligent. They just grind.
Okay. So you need to here's your pot feeds into his big pot, right?
Yeah.
So you need to figure out, this is similar to my son. You need to figure out what you can do for the kids that you have to give them a skill set that he needs.
Yeah.
So what is that? Are they going to be a defender? Are they going to be are they going to be hustle kids? Personally, I think you should make them all shooters, because if you can shoot, I can teach you the rest of the game. Kids don't shoot. So I think your goal should be, we're going to make you all shooters.
Yeah, and I was talking to him, and I was like, I noticed that like no one was really playing defense or anything in his open gym, which is probably common across America anyway.
It is. It's the reason I don't have open gyms.
I'm like, do you got any kids that like can dig down and play D? He's like, nope.
So there's your 2 pots of gold for your community. First of all, every kid wants to shoot.
Yeah.
But the problem is none of them want to put the time in to become shooters. So
yeah, that's most of our problem.
so that's where you got to figure out, maybe you have a 10,000 shot club. Maybe you do something where you get these kids it's no different than lifting weights. I was talking to a kid this morning in the gym that I was working out. And it's like, if you want to become a shooter, you got to shoot, period. Yeah. You mean it's quantity and quality, but it's quantity. So that's the first thing. And then, the hustle thing, you can kind of, that's a culture shift.
I was going to ask, how did you get the community on board with you when you first arrived, and then to shift the culture?
Well,
around?
First of all, it's about the kids you pick, but you're doing middle school, so it's not as big. Right. It's like that's part of it. Then you got to build it within the small group that you have. And if you're trying to teach hustle and all that kind of stuff, then you got to reward that skill. Either after every game, after every practice, go by.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like that reward thing, like chairman of the boards or
dive winner, and they get a Gatorade. I'm telling you, middle school, it's even cheaper. It's like, buy them a Gatorade and they think you're freaking, like Santa.
I think in middle school, our coach said if you took a charge, you get one of his Diet Cokes in his fridge, and we're all like, that's awesome.
Right. Yeah. So you go buy some Gatorades, go to Costco, buy some big Snicker bar, whatever it is. They will literally dive through a wall for you for a cold Gatorade.
Yeah.
And it's like 99 cents out of your pocket. But you have to teach that culture. It's similar to my guys. If they take a charge, then we have like really nice locker room, but they have a nice plush chair in front of it if they take a charge. So I have a charge chair, and then there's 4 of them, and then they rotate. So if you take a charge, you get a chair. Otherwise, you got to sit in your locker, because they're big lockers and they're kind of really open ones. So they all want the chair. So they're taking them in practice. They're doing whatever they can to get one of those chairs. So whatever you feed is what they're going to eat. But that's what I think, that skill you can start teaching now. So when they get to high school, it will be easier for them. But then the shooting thing has to be something that you have to make it game-like. You have to make it fun. You have to make it competitive. Because they're teenage boys. They're going to be competitive.
If you have a group of players that are probably a lot behind, like where they should be at, like grade level, like if you had like freshmen that are actually playing like 7th graders, how do you like try to move them along so they can catch up?
So are they behind on every skill?
Yeah. Some of them are a little bit.
You got to get them good at. You got to get them good. They should all be able to handle the ball.
Okay.
So literally, like a third of your practice should be ball handling, because you don't know who's going to be the guard in that group, and you don't know who's going to be the big, because they're in 7th grade.
Yeah, seventh. Yeah, we have both. We have 7th and 8th graders. So
yeah, so even the 8th graders are gonna. I mean, we all have stories about the tall 8th grade kid. I'd have one in mind, and he never grew again.
Yeah,
and it's like shoot. So it's like, so you got to make them all guards, which means they all have to handle the ball and they all have to be able to shoot the ball. Mm-hmm. Period. That's literally like would be 80% of my practice if they're behind. The defense, the athleticism, some of that stuff I can do something about, but I can teach you that later on. I can teach you how to run a 3-2 zone. But if you can't dribble and you can't shoot, hey, Coach, hope you're enjoying the podcast. Make sure you subscribe and like. I would ask pretty please go and leave a review. We really do appreciate those. I guess I could go pretty please go join teachhoops.com. Become a better basketball coach. Resources, like I've said in previous ones, you go spend half $500 on a clinic, or you go buy a video or do something like that. You could go spend just $29.99 and have thousands of videos and thousands of things on there to make you a better basketball coach. So go over and check it out. 2 other things. If you want to check us, our YouTube channel, Teach Hoops, just type that in 2 separate words. And our Amazon link down below. Click on that. Anytime you purchase, if you bookmark it, you won't even notice it's there, but we get a small little commission, and it does help us pay for the hosting fees and stuff. All right, let's head back to the podcast. I can't help you. Like, you're gonna and that's probably what's happening is these kids are coming and they're 8th grade level, and then 9th graders at the 9th grade level, and and it goes like this, and it's too late.
Yeah, a lot of them, it's like I've been coaching probably since I was a freshman in college, but like I've never seen so many kids so far behind. It's in the sucky part is it's not their fault. It's the people who were teaching them, when they were 4th and 5th graders, and then their parents, of course, that want to yell at us all game long, but when we need help, no one comes and helps.
Right. So that's why I think you just got to work. You got to convince yourself and them. I believe in you. We are going to get really good at these 2 skills. We're going to be able to handle the ball, and we're going to be able to shoot. The winning stuff and all that. No one's going to remember your 7th grade record.
I've been telling parents in every meeting, like, I could care less about winning. If we win a regional championship in middle school, that's great. But if we don't,
but we're going to outwork people, and we're going to shoot better, and we're going to handle the ball. Yes. Yeah. And maybe it's more. If you're behind, maybe it's even more possessions rather than slowing it down. Maybe it's go.
Don't slow the ball down.
Maybe it's go, because it will teach them to at least go fast. It's easier to teach someone that goes fast to go slow than it is to teach someone to go slow to go fast.
Yeah, because I was like, do we have to play a possession game now, or do we just push it?
Don't. It won't help their growth. That's why I wouldn't do it. It won't help their growth. I see.
I was thinking because
have you ever been to AAU? You've ever been to summer AAU tournaments and stuff? The teams that can go always win at the younger ages. Because they can pressure, they can go, they can dribble, they can attack. Yeah. The other skills will come, but if I'm playing,
if we get up in people, if we start speeding up people,
and you can play more kids that way too, because they're all going to get gassed.
Yeah.
And they'll love playing it.
Right.
Might get beat by 30, but
yeah. And then so we at our school we have a no cut policy for everything but cheerleading, apparently, for some reason.
Cheerleading doesn't cut.
Cheerleading cuts.
Okay, cheerleading
everything
cuts.
Else we cut.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a couple kids that I think they're just there just to be there. And we have one kid, his grandmother makes him go. And we recently just did I had the kids fill out a goal sheet, what they want to do individually.
Right.
What they want to do, for the season. And the one kid he's a bigger kid, and I don't know why he shows up every day, or shows up, he didn't show up the other day, but that's besides the point. But he writes on his goal sheet his individual goals to not wake up dead. And I was like,
whoa.
I was like, oh my God. So I
Hopefully call grandma or mom on that one.
Yeah, well, because I think he's just there just as I think he just thinks it's a joke,
right?
And I don't really know what to do with him. He's still doing all the drills and everything, but he's slowing up some of the drills that we do as if we had a team drill.
He's a big slow kid at this age, isn't he?
Yeah, and I don't think he honestly wants to be. I think his grandmother just wants him there to just play.
And that's hard. It's hard from several standpoints. Probably this is the kid that stands out, probably in just about everything, especially if he's a big kid. And then him not necessarily wanting to be there.
Yeah. Well, he's a short, big kid.
A short, big kid.
Short, big kid.
Short, big kid. Horizontally challenged.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that I really try to build a relationship with.
Right.
Not about the basketball. I'm going to find out what he likes, and then I'm going to feed that monster. So trust me, I learned more about Star Wars and Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, seriously, cosplay. There was all sorts of stuff when the kids liked. Okay, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to, it's the same in my class. So this is teaching 101. It's like, if you connect with him on so you have to find out what he likes other than, it has nothing to do with basketball or the drills or anything. It's like, so somehow you got to find out what makes him tick. Maybe he's a Marvel guy. Maybe he's, whatever. Then you can feed that monster, because once you connect with him on that, he's going to go, whoa, what's going on here?
Right.
And then he will. I'm not saying he's ever going to be a player. I'm not saying it's like,
because
I think more focused for you.
Yeah, I think because the coach and I were talking, we're like, I think he's going to be a 40-40 guy.
Right.
And it just, so if we're doing a certain drill, we have a drill called perfection, where the kids have to make 4 layups in a row. If they miss one, they go back to 0. And
I love that.
If you finish all of them, you move on to the next part of the drill.
Okay.
But you can't start until everybody's finished.
Yep.
And for this kid, he obviously can't do it, but I set parameters for him where, hey, just make one leg.
No, I would do it. So the way you make it not make him stand out, you do a time or a make thing. So if at some point, if we don't reach this time, you go on to the next one.
Okay.
So I cap things like that, especially for kids that are struggling. Yeah. It's a 2-minute cap. If you don't do it in 2 minutes, you're on to the next thing. Because
for that kid,
huh?
For that kid?
Yeah, for the whole group or whatever way you want to do it. Right. Because it's like beating a dead horse. There's no reason. It's dead. It's over.
Yeah, because I know when in one of your podcasts, you're like, if we're not doing well in the drill, we just move on.
Done. I mean, and trust me, I've been there. I remember the days where it's like I look up and there's 10 minutes left in practice. You just got to let it go. It's so hard. But I literally write that on my practice plan. Like, let it go. And then.
Yeah, because I have
I'll start singing Frozen and stuff sometimes, and they'll just start laughing.
Yeah, I know that.
They'll go, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Let it go."
Yeah,
because it's over.
It's like I put time on my I have every drill minute by minute.
Yep.
And it's like I put it on my watch, so my watch buzzes and everything.
I like different stratas. Like if we got team A and team B competing, I like to set a time limit and a number limit. So if we're doing let's say we have team A and team B. Okay. So everything I do that because I got to keep myself moving. So it's like, all right, you guys we'll do 4 groups. You got to make 6 shots or 6 in a row or something, or in 3 minutes. So I call it double jeopardy. You got to do both of them. If you don't do both of them, everybody loses. I said, we're not playing soccer. There's no ties here. You either win or you lose.
Yeah, because sometimes we'll be doing 3-man weave, and we're doing 2v and 2-on-1 back. And I get so entrenched.
I'd get rid of 3-man weave. I'd get rid of 3-man weave.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of it. It's just not the more. I mean, I haven't done that in 10 years, but I would do, especially with this group, I do a lot of small sided game stuff, a lot of 2-on-2, a lot of 3-on-3, a lot of 1-on-1. It'd be all that stuff. Yeah. And the thing is, you can cheat the system and put your best 4 together and let them just pound it, and then maybe put this kid and a couple other kids. You can kind of self-regulate like they do on the playground to put the kids that need to play each other and make it competitive, and it'll be fun for them. Or put the best kid with the worst kid. kind of thing.
And like the way that I'm structuring practice, so I'm obviously doing dynamic warm up, and then after that, I'm doing like a daily 15. Then I'm trying to do like just team drills to just get them going, get a sweat going.
Yep.
And then
start intense. So start intense early.
Intense. Okay.
Intense. If I'm doing a whole lesson on practice planning, but
right.
No, but because I've kind of changed how I do practice, I kind of situate it like a game now. But anyway,
okay.
the first 3 minutes of the game is probably the most important tone setter. The first 2 or 3 drills you do in practice are crazy important because they set the tone. And they're really hard for me because I've just been teaching all day and I'm tired and I was probably up watching film and blah, blah, blah. So it gets me going too. It's like, all right, here we go. We're off to work again, and then I can crash when I get home. But so setting that tone early, I think is good. So competitive, intense, whatever it is, that will get going into what we were talking about before with, getting those juices, the things that they're going to need to play at the high school level.
Okay. Right. And then like towards the middle, you're probably doing like you're doing
So the way I break it up is we play in halves. So I do my first half.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Halftime, and then I have a second half. So the middle part is more my cerebral part. Where I can, all right, here we're going to do the 2-2-1 and here's how we break it down. And then let's go back again. Now we're going again. So I think how you structure that is important.
How do you like going towards like the end, like maybe the last half hour? How do you?
Yep. So that's like my post game. So again, I will do situations and stuff at the end of practice. Okay. And then I will sometimes do, depending on how the first 2 halves went, I'll do something competitive.
Okay.
Whatever. Somebody, winners get to go home, losers got to stay and, do some ladders for me or something. So something that they don't want to leave. Yeah. They want to leave. And they don't want to stay. Right. Is always a good way to end.
All right.
And that's where I'll try to throw in free throws, something competitive, something where they're hopefully gassed. Okay. And as your practices go, try to make them shorter as they go along. Because 5 days a week, that's a lot for a middle schooler.
When I was a head coach, we were going like Monday through Friday. Sometimes we go in the morning because I wasn't sure how I was supposed to because that's kind of what I remember when I was in middle school. Like in high school, we practiced every day, even Saturday. But like when I was in middle school, I thought I remembered we practiced every day. But then
practicing every day is not the norm in middle school.
Okay.
It's not the norm, but I'm not saying it. But if these kids are behind, you should be practicing 7 days a week. But you can't. I know, but
and then so our games start November 4th. A lot of stuff that we've been seeing is a lot of teams are doing 1-2-2s, and I've had experience with 1-2-2s. But the problem is that we're the only school really with a regulation gym, like a real,
right.
It's the same length and everything both ways.
84 feet. Yeah.
But we'll go to we'll go to some junior high, and it's like the 3-point line runs right into the sideline, so there's no such thing as a corner 3,
right?
Anything like that. And then the coaches will purposely play a 1-2-2 zone, or they'll play a 3-2, which will morph into whatever. And they just sit with, and it's like, and then our kids
doing them a disservice. So that's why you got to be shooters.
Yeah. So would that be the only? So because the coach and I were predicating everything off of space, we're preaching spacing,
cutting. Lot of movement. If they're middle school. Shoot, they're like, if we could have enough electricity for the entire U.S. if we took middle school energy. So if we could bottle it, it's crazy. So if they're ever standing, they're doing something wrong on offense.
Okay.
Literally, I would have them moving all the time because that zone will have a really hard time if they're always moving, always cutting, always doing something. So even though you're running Princeton in that, they can still always be moving.
Yeah, always move. Yeah, okay.
Always moving because it will be harder moving and cutting will be harder for that zone to deal with.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to hit some shots at some point. But
yeah, gosh, I sure hope so.
yeah.
But I mean, well, I'll put in some more shooting then in
and I would reward offensive rebounds. If you're not a great shooting team, some of my not great shooting teams, I always rewarded offensive rebounding.
Okay.
So because if you get an offensive rebound, you're going to be close to the basket.
Yeah, and then you just
and at that young age, you're close to the basket. You shoot it. Like it's like the law of large numbers. Just put it up there, man. It's got a better chance of going in.
Yeah, we have to really work on the rebounding, the offensive rebounding part, because our kids still have the mentality that if you have the ball near, like, under the basket, they're trying to dribble it back out.
No, shoot it.
And
shoot
I'm like,
it.
no, I'm
shoot
like,
it.
go. I'm like, go, because it's the thing. Like, I think they're all worried about getting it swatted into the stands. And
Who cares?
Who
cares? You might shoot free throws. Who cares? Yes, but that's something you got to preach to them. It's like you've heard me say that on my podcast. That's the one time I don't care what shot you take.
Okay.
It's like it's my reward for my high school guys. You get an offensive rebound, you get to shoot. I don't care. You can throw it up and close your eyes at that point. I won't take you out. I won't yell at you because you went and got that. That's your offensive rebound.
Right.
That's not the team's. You got that. That's you. So that's how you build it. And then their eyes get really big. It's like, you mean if I catch it, I go, yes, every time.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's good. Yeah. No, I wrote that.
And and especially for bad shooting middle school teams, I've always preached offensive rebounding.
All five crashing, or
I mean, why not? You might. Okay. I mean, let's go. Like.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the rest of the league is that fast that they're going to beat you down the court, but maybe.
I don't know. We might be either they're really fast or we're just real slow.
Or you send four. You send whoever the point guard doesn't crash and everybody else does. But go, because if you teach them to do that in 2 weeks, they'll all be crashing the boards hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of rebounding stuff that we used to do in college, so that'll be fun. Is it cool having Wes back in Milwaukee?
It is very cool having him back. I was just telling my wife I have to go buy some jerseys to get him to sign them for me. And he doesn't know, but I'm going to hit him up to bring the team down. I've never done that before.
Oh, really?
10 years. So it's like,
does he ever invite you? Has he invited you to go out there yet? Or?
Well, I haven't been. I mean, yeah, it's like I can get there in an hour and a half. But I mean, I just saw him a couple months ago. He was just in the gym shooting, I don't know, a month ago or something. But
here's my other question. So my buddy, he just got a junior high job in Onalaska.
Yep.
Near like La Crosse, Onalaska area.
Yep.
He was at a coaching clinic at Central High School.
Okay.
And he said the head coach there, you probably know him,
Todd. Yep.
He said that screening away is something that shouldn't be happening anymore. Like, they don't screen away. And it like blew my mind. And I was like, I wonder if Coach Collins knows about this. Like,
so it's about spacing. That's kind of an NBA thing. Yeah. I mean, it's like cutting to the basket. You're only going to get so many shots when you screen away. Mm-hmm. We've moved away from screening away too, just because.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just because.
I was like, at first he told me, and I was like, isn't screening away good? Like, because you can curl off of it, or you can
you can, and it's about spacing too. I would not totally get rid of it.
Right.
I mean, I don't get rid of anything because I think it all has a place. To be honest with you, I think post moves have a place too. I think the mid range has a place, even though 10% of the shots are taken from it. No, I think an underutilized thing is back screens. We work a lot on passing, cutting, and then coming back and setting, because a back screen's a really hard thing to defend, especially if you can shoot the ball. So yeah, I mean, we don't set as many screens as we used to, but we also don't set as many ball screens, which a lot of people. I mean, you watch the NBA, it's all ball screens.
Yeah. That's all our kids want. That's all our kids want to do during
want to bring it. So it's an interest. I'd be interested to see his notes on that, as far as exactly his thoughts on it.
He sent my buddy. He. I guess they put like they did like a mini clinic online, and he like sent me it, and like I guess he talks about it in his offense there, and because like I guess one of his assistants or somebody that he knows, he just came back from New Zealand or Australia, like coaching basketball there professionally or something like that, and he was talking about, oh yeah, we don't, on the international level, they've stopped doing that because it doesn't like move the offense or anything. Like, it doesn't move the defense or anything. You're just like, you're moving bodies, but it's not in a purposeful, efficient way or something like that. I have to like keep watching it or something.
Yeah, you let me know. I'm intrigued. You've intrigued me.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, that's an interesting.
It's an interesting.
Yeah.
I'd love. Yeah. So if you got some stuff on that, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to see that. I'm gonna write that down. That'll be a discussion at our coaches meeting this week.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else, Coach? I gotta go walk the dogs, if you can believe it, at 10:00 at night.
Oh wow, that's
really die hard.
Yeah, you said that was your piece anyway, right?
It is my piece. It is my piece.
I know you go do that and stuff. No, I'm good. I think I'm good. I got a bunch
so if you have other ones next week, just watch the Facebook group. Next week, I'll do one-on-one calls. So this was basically awesome. A one-on-one call anyway. But if you got more questions, let me know.
Yeah, this was kind of like a one-on-one call.
No one's too late. Everyone's busy on a Saturday night, I guess. All right.
All right. Thanks, Coach. See ya.
Yep. Bye. Hey, Coach. Hope you enjoyed that. I would ask that you stop the car right now. You pull your credit card out. You go and join teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Because what you're saying to yourself is, I want to get coaching from Coach Collins. I want to become a better basketball coach. I want to take it to the next level. And let me help you do that. Also, make sure you subscribe and like, leave a review. Those are important. They allow us to get the word out about Coach Unplugged and high school hoops. And also, if you're thinking about doing any shopping, click down below the Amazon link. Every time you go shopping, we'll get a small little affiliate kickback, and it helps us with our hosting fees. All right. Talk to you soon.
There she goes, our baby.
Are we ready for this?
You added her to your AAA auto policy. With 24/7 claim support, she's covered.
Our AAA agent, you're here too?
We're always here for you. Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.